yes, I said that what we take for granted, that the inside and the outside are the same thing, these things will be assimilated by the larger culture. And things like, human-machine interface and the ego identification with the body, I think all these things are going to be obviated. That, you see, we don't know what man is. And we have a strong association that humanness is related to the monkey body. But yet our whole historical career has been of projecting ideas into technical accretions. And now that we have computers and things which mimic intelligence, we are beginning to explore, what is humanness ontologically. That's what people are really talking about when they say, can machines think, will machines think? They mean, is what we have focused in on as the defining factor of our being that sets us apart from all other things, something which we could manufacture? And the answer is probably to some degree yes, because much of what is intelligence, or appears superficially to be intelligence, is simply data and retrieval. So that, more and more of the culture is being hardwired into an electronic coral reef that is simply the outermost of each of our own exoskeletons. We all have telephones in our homes. Many of us have computer terminals. These things introduce us to a global skin of information that, as the hardware grows more and more unobtrusive, we will more and more come to identify these things with our own ego. And we won't even realize that we're being charged for thinking about certain questions because we're actually accessing a database somewhere which is feeding us data. So that the commonality of mind is, I think, going to be, it's somehow the triumph of socialism will be the commonality of mind in a capitalist context. That there really will be an ocean of thought that you will swim in, and that will be composed of deeper and deeper levels of integrated information. Perhaps this is all that hyperspace is the entirely expressed informational ghost of this physical universe, and that it's in the informational reconstruction of the physical universe that the mind will eventually come to swim like a fish, and will come and go from various constellations of aggregation and integration. I mean, you see, what's going to happen is that the rules of the imagination are going to replace physics, so that we are going to be able to do and be whatever we can imagine. Well, none of us have probably ever put in much thought to what would I be if I could be anything I could imagine. And just 20 minutes of that meditation will lead you into pretty strange places. So what would it be like if a culture evolved for 1,000 years in that way? I mean, if you could be anything. I guess the first step everyone takes is they imagine themselves as the flying saucer, the lenticular mind object made of light that can move at any speed and become any object and answer any question. And well, it's an archetype of wholeness. Jung, in his Flying Saucer book, talked about this thing in alchemy called the rotundum, which was the thing which spins, and it's also in alchemy called the scintilla, the spark. And it's simply because it's round and spins, it's a symbol of wholeness, but it's like the exteriorization of the human soul, the realization that, expressing what is within us may culturally eventually mean actually exteriorizing the human soul and interiorizing the human body, so that this world is traded in for the imagination. I mean, this is sort of what art has always been trying to do, but we're talking about a breakthrough in ways and means on such a scale that you can just march off into this art.